welcome back to another episode of On Wednesdays We Wear Orange, which is my new series where I share videos about my time in jail. If you're new to my channel, what's up? My name's Megan. Make sure you click subscribe before you leave because I post videos every Wednesday with the occasional Sunday thrown in there. Like I said, I make videos about my time in jail, but I also use my platform for addiction advocacy. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. You already know how much I love you and appreciate you, so make sure you drop a comment with my favorite emoji in the bottom just to let me know that you're here. Today's video is going to be about the Polaroid Project. This is something that my sister did for me while I was in jail to help me kind of do my time. Supporting inmates during their bid is so crucial. It helps the time go smoothly. I mean, all things considered, we are in jail during that time, but you can't always see your friends and family like you want to. Sometimes there's actual distance barriers or financial barriers where you can't call them, you can't have visits. It sucks, but there are ways that you can help let the inmate know that you care. And that's exactly what my sister did, so I can't wait to share this with you. So I've mentioned previously that I have a younger sister, and when I went to jail, she moved to Florida to be with my dad, and she was going to college. This meant that she wasn't able to visit me. I didn't see her until she came home for Christmas. And as a college student, I couldn't just pick up the phone and call her. She didn't have the money. I didn't expect her to put $20 on a credit card just to get phone calls from me occasionally. But I was seeing someone that was willing to do a three-way call every now and then, which is totally against the rules. Do not recommend that, but thankfully I did not get caught. And I would call him, he would answer, and he would three-way call my sister. And it was basically just us blubbering on the phone nonstop. But it was nice to hear from her, but it still, it still sucks. So what she did was sent me a project, I guess you would call it. I call it the Polaroid Project. You can call it whatever you want. She sent me pictures that really helped show me how much she loved me. So my sister and I spend a lot of time together listening to music. We like to go to shows, we like to go to concerts, we just love pop punk in general, and it's kind of been our bonding factor. It's what's really kept us close. Growing up, she was 4 years younger than me, so we didn't spend any time in school together, and for a long time she was a little girl and I was an angsty teenager, and we were like water and oil. But as we got older, we got closer, and music is the one thing that has literally kept our friendship and relationship bonded. Before I went to jail, we would go to concerts all over the place. In Pennsylvania, where we lived prior to me going to jail, we would go to DC and Philly and Baltimore. We would hit up Warped Tour everywhere we could. It was really fun. So going to jail was really hard because I had to miss out on that with her. And she moved to Florida, which is even better for concert hopping, so she could go to Jacksonville and Ybor City and Orlando, and it was just a lot of fun, which I did get to do later after I got out of jail and moved down to Florida. During my time in jail, she made sure to know that I was still a part of her life, and she still thought about me and included me in her memories. This first picture is going to be my sister and Andrew De Torres. Andrew De Torres is the lead singer of Danger Radio and the Scene Aesthetic, and I had the biggest crush on him ever. It was ridiculous. I was such a little fangirl, and I thought I was so cool because I got to text him every now and then, and but I knew that telling him I was going to jail was not a cool thing. No one wants to hear that. No one expects that. I kept my addiction a very big secret. Nobody knew I was using while I was going to these concerts, while I was, sneaking off to the bathroom. So I told Andrew I was going away to college, and I maintained contact with him while I was on work release. I did get to meet up with him later and tell him the truth and kind of come clean about everything, which was a lot of fun. It was really nice that everything kind of came full circle. So this picture here, as you can see, he captioned it, "Megan, can't wait to see you." He most definitely thought that I was going to college. So he thought that he would be seeing me soon. And he did see me relatively soon, but I was definitely a changed woman when he saw me. This next person is Shant Hasekian of Cute Is What We Aim For. He is, a total babe. Yeah, we can all agree on that. This picture doesn't really do him justice. I'll include a newer picture just so you can see. But he is the lead singer from Cute Is What We Aim For. My sister had the biggest crush on this guy, and sorry not sorry, Aaron. And we got to see him a couple times around this point in time when I was going to jail, and he was struggling with his alcohol addiction very heavily at this point. And when we saw him later in life, as I'll insert a picture, I got to come clean and blubber to him and be like, oh my gosh, your album did so much for me and it really changed my life. And honestly, it did. Rotation was a great album and it really made me reflect on my own addiction and my own choices. And there's even a song about getting locked up. So Sean's a really great guy and I still enjoy seeing him to this day. The next person is Dave Malilo, also of Cute Is What We Aim For. He was the lead singer of his solo project, which was Nocturnal Me. Did not listen to them, was just a total Cute Is What We Aim For fan, so his caption says, "You're a true gangster." So I thought it was pretty cool that my sister was not ashamed to tell these people, hey, my sister's in jail. Like, she probably, in all honesty, thought it was like a good talking point, which, hey, it got her in conversation with all of these people. So she was never afraid or ashamed to be my sister. And I love her for that. Everybody that she met knew I was in jail, with the exception of Andrew De Torres. So yeah, it feels really good to know that someone loves you even when you're at your worst. The next person is Bobby Garver of The Morning Light, another band that truly helped me get through some pretty dark times. He just did a reunion show, I guess you could call it, in Pittsburgh last year, and it was so much fun to go and to reminisce, but their EP kind of came out. Well, I'm not sure if it came out at that point, but when I found it, it was at a really dark point in my life. And I remember sitting in the car one evening after my best friend had overdosed in front of me. And I played his song on repeat. And I was sitting in the rain at a gas station wondering what I was doing with my life. I wish I could tell you that I got clean and then everything got better, or that I even stopped remotely soon after that, but I didn't. I ended up using the entire summer until I had to go to jail in the fall. So Bobby now knows my whole story, and getting to tell him how much his EP meant to me was also such an amazing moment. And I highly recommend you check out The Morning Light. They aren't together anymore, but I mean, this stuff was gold back in 2008. The next babe is John O'Callaghan of The Maine, who still tours. They are still an amazing pop punk band, and he's adorable. But my sister and John like to have these who's the more Irish competition type things, I guess. You know, who's palest, who can drink the most beers, who likes the more Irish beers, whose name is more Irish. It's fun. She absolutely loves The Maine still to this day. So yeah, it was great because I got to see them so many times before I went to jail. I got these amazing Polaroids, and then I got to see all of these people afterwards, which was huge. It makes you feel like the outside world didn't forget you, because when you're in jail, life keeps moving, and you have no say in it. You just have to accept it. You have to accept that whatever happens on the outside happens, and you're missing it. That's why I think it's so important for you to support inmates, to support those that are in there, especially because if you provide this type of support system and unconditional love while they're in jail, they are so much more likely to rehabilitate and rebuild their life properly on the outside. It's hard to go into jail, have no support system, no one cares about you, feel like no one even knows you're in there, no one remembers you, and then expect to go out and just reintegrate with society. Like, it just doesn't work like that. That's why we need to keep these connections and relationships open. I understand if you need to keep a distance from your relative or friend or whoever that's in jail, and you need to set healthy boundaries, but don't forget to show your love and support. Don't forget to let them know that they can change. Recovery is possible for anyone. I did it. You can do it. They can do it. You just need the right tools and the right people in your life. Thank you so much for letting me share my Polaroid project with you. Please take a moment to leave a comment for my little sister and tell her how amazing she is for doing this. If you like any of these bands, comment and let me know. If you've been to any of their shows, definitely tell me. All right, guys, I will see you in my next video. Have a good one, guys.